doesn't want to go to war is gay.
Ah, excellent.
So, I'm gonna game here where Holland on my side doesn't particularly like me because I asked him to torp the channel on the 4 line at the beginning of the game. For obvious reasons, I get a torp hit, and I could have asked please, but it takes me forever to type right now with the way my hand is. I cut a tendon on my right middle finger, so it's kind of difficult for me to type right now. I meant dump, not dumb. But, you know, hey, I screwed up. And then he's got to be, you know, kind of a dick about it. So, since he's being kind of a dick about it, I kind of just give him that passive aggressiveness back. And then he's got to be like that again. And it's just like, we're playing a team game. You know, so I don't understand why you're gonna play a team game but be this way. I have my reasons for why I do that. Like, I am a 60% player in a destroyer. I'm playing the Gearing. The Gearing was the very first tier 10 I ever got 5 years ago. Smoke. You notice which way the smoke is going? It's going to the left side. Look, it's going right to where I just launched my torpedoes at. I mean, think about it. He's going to be in the same spot that I am if they continue on the same path. So, realistically, like, that's why I asked him to torp down there. And with his torps being so much faster, it's so much easier for him to get his torps down there quicker. And that's why I said C, Holland, because obviously. And then he threatens me. Talk to me again and I'll fucking torp you, mate. What is that? Come on. It's just like, and of course, like, that's upsetting. Like, you're gonna threaten me? Look, there's a torp pit. If you had put the torps there, probably would have killed the guy. So, you know, and I'll say TNG at its finest, that was just me being a douche. But it's not really TNG. I mean, it's all player. Everybody has bad players on their side, so it's frustrating nonetheless. I don't know if these ones were meant for me or not. I'm guessing that they probably were, but I wasn't really paying attention to it at the time. So, but from basically here on out, he dumps one side at the enemy and one side at me the whole rest of the game. And you want to know the funny thing is so, like, you'd say, why did I just dump those? Well, I'm RPF'd, so if I'm RPF'd, they're coming towards me, probably because I know where I'm at. The other thing is they're going to continue to go wide. The Holland kills the Haragumo. The guy that was torping me. I don't know if those were by accident or if he actually aimed them there or aimed them at me. But you'll notice here in a second, there's a Gearing that pops up, and it's the Gearing that I torped. And you'll notice that my torps, if I wouldn't have put the gap there, I would have probably gotten him with them. But it's whatever. Right there. See, ta-da! So, it's not like I had bad positioning for my torp, so I know where to torp people at.
Smoking!
Boy, that was close.
Always get out as
you
quick
later,
as you can,
bitches.
because more than likely the other DD has torped you, and he will torp your last known. And then the Yu-Yang comes in from right field and just nukes this guy. It's great. Let's see, here's a full set. he launched both sets at me. So sucks at torping. I think he's a 54% player, but he's mainly a CV main. I just use TNG as a reference name. It's much easier to type TNG. That's no way in ill reference to TNG themselves. It's just easier in game to reference somebody by their clan tag. But he's like a 50%, I think, or 49% DD main or DVD player. He's not even a DD main player. He's a CV main. So I don't know why he's playing Holland. Not to mention, if you've noticed the whole game, he's literally been sticking on top of his Venezia. Why? Not like you don't have the DPM. It's not like you have bad detection range. 6 kilometers, come on. And you have a heal. I mean, granted, I wouldn't want to run into a Smolensk, but he knows where the Smolensk is. It's not like you can't outspot him. And the Haraguma was dead. What else did he run into?
I'm gonna shoot you like a dirty animal.
At this point, the reason why I keep going in and out is because I was trying to take a screenshot of what he was saying and scrolling up through the thing. Now, and by no way should I have, said that he was a fucking shitter, and that's my apologies, but this is just ridiculous. Like, come on, really? I can understand being mad at somebody and launching a set at them, or like a single like torp tube at him. But now he's done it 4 individual torp tubes.
We're out of gas.
And he's failed every time. It's quite great. Now, granted, that time if I wouldn't have stopped, I probably would have eaten him, but he'd rather stick by me and try to torp me. And then the great thing is that whenever the Venezia comes in and tells him to play, stop being stupid, he then says that I have a mouth and that I need to apologize. I don't understand what my mouth did. I called him a shitter because of what he was doing. So, I mean, at this point, he's already gotten the attention of the Venezia that's realized that he's being an idiot. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you should be attacking me. I'm on your side. And then he's telling me to apologize? Oh my god. I am by no means a liberal, but my god. So he launches one set down here, and then the other set he launches at me. If he would have just launched both sets down here, probably would have killed this Thunderer, because in a second I hit him with 3 torpedoes. So, one set down, which is fine. And then the other set's at me. I mean, come on. He launches one more set at me, I think. So I get in the cap, and I would have just smoked up and just sat there and shot the Bourgeon, the GK, and the Thunderer. But with him right behind me, I can't really do that, because obviously he's going to torp me. Now, I know I can eat one of his torpedoes and not die. I mean, they only do 13k max apiece, so I'll probably be left with, like, 10, or I'll be left with, like, 3. But I don't really want to be left with 3, because at this point the game could still go either way. I mean, all we've got left is a Slava. So, you know, not to, the Slavas being smart, but and they're weak, but still, I don't want to give up that kind of HP. So,
Time to send you back to hell.
like, I would have just smoked up here and just started shooting. So, which I do, but I don't really stop. I stop for like half a second, and then I keep going. Why? Because I realize how close the Holland is to me, and I realize how easy it's going to be for him to torp me. And in a second, he dumps another set at me. This was the closest he actually got to me with him, just because of the fact that he was only like 2 kilometers away, or something like that. I don't remember exactly. So look at this. Battleship in front, Hayate in front, torps me instead. Like, what is that? Still misses, but, like, I shouldn't have to be dodging torps from my own teammates. It's great.
Now come on, let's get going.
Our team has taken the lead.
And even now, I'm still not torping him. By the way, always look at smokestacks. It tells you where they're going to go. So yeah, there you go. Fun stuff.